Hey everyone, my name is Forever2 and welcome back to our first 1999 for a sidetrack of, well, me being sidetracking here. So, I noticed that when this event, the Tristis Tropicuus, I think that's how I pronounce it. I'm not sure if it's tropical, let's just call it that. And I know there's we only have about 7 days left until the entire thing is over. So I figured, why not just do these two stories? The first thing we're going to be doing is the Overcast October, and then probably after this video, it'll be Into the Rainforest, and this is all about the main two characters that we will get in the main new banner. Lost, frightened, searching, trapped in a labyrinth of memories, will the nightmare ever cease? Also, I have never done the main story as well, so this might be a bit spoilers for me. And if you haven't seen it as well, it'll be spoilers as well, so let's go ahead and get into this. Alright, so, as usual, there are 10 stages here. Okay. So, we have about 10 days until this is all over, I believe. So, on to the first stage, Papaya and Predators. The air is damp with rain, leaving a slick of dew on the leaves of a papaya tree, which shades the unkept cemetery. At the first toll of the funeral bell, everyone turns to the distant tower, commemorating the dragon slayer. Except for Colonel Bastos, who stands at the end of the line. Papayas, I had thought this tree might never bear fruit. None of those present could be said to be any younger than the one they laid to rest. What a dreadful season. You're not kidding. It's been so damp and stifling. I feel like it's boiling my brain. Hang it there. Remember, Nala made her special sweet and savory snacks today. They'll be waiting for us back at the home.
Huh?
Sweet and savory? So she'll be serving burnt bananas or sweet potatoes? Or will it be my favorite, her jawbreaker cassava fritters? Thank your lucky stars for her. She was sent from above like an angel. So what if she bumped her head along the way down? Did you hear her singing in the kitchen at 4:30 this morning? It wasn't too loud, at least. She tried to be quiet. Was she already up making breakfast at the hour? Making breakfast? I can only imagine the state of the kitchen. You shouldn't pile so much on her. She's bound to sleep up sometimes with all that she does. You say that, but she's always the first to jump in when she sees something to do. And if I even try to stop her, she gets mad. Just like my little Aila. She was so full of energy back then.
She was such a lovely child. I remember how her dark hair shimmered like silk in the sunlight.
Too bad old Cinder will never get to enjoy Nala's hot bean porridge again. The elders turn their gaze to the nearby grave. One lets out a small soft sigh. The wooden coffin suspended by hemp ropes is lowered to the ground, and the first shovelful of dirt is dumped on its lid. Wild grass roots intertwine around the headstone, where the once unruly bougainvillea has been replaced by funeral lilies. I'm not sure if I said it right, but who cares? Colonel Bastos turns his singular eye to Nala, who is pushing a wheelchair. He joins her at the end, and they lay down the last flowers.
How does my hair look? Took me half an hour to get it just right.
Don't worry, Colonel. Your hair's holding up just fine. But Nala looks up at the sky.
Is he watching over us from up there?
She thinks for a moment, then quietly waves upward. Here we are, old Cinder. Lilies cover the freshly dug soil. The soul within waits their song. Old Criteria props up her accordion, As the colonel often said, a good accordion is never in bad taste. Just as they have some many times before, they sing one more song for their departed friend. The caregivers, joyful, beautiful, my homeland. Under a lone canoe in the night sky, I long for that eternal river. Are there swaying palms there? Are there robins singing? Sleep now, O traveler, in your homesick dreams. You'll bring joy to your family.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. After all these years, old Cinder is the first one of us to go. Who still remembers him leading from the front, across all 4,000 miles? By the end of it, his boots were so caked up they were as heavy as lead.
Always have to be ahead of us. Even when it comes to death.
Maybe we can hold a spirit calling ceremony for him in a few weeks. Not another one of your ceremonies. Last time you messed it up and that spirit kept bothering us for hours. It scared off the pigeons and drank all my mate. The funeral does not so much end as fade into the background as the elderly veterans return to their bantering. They share the same sense of perseverance even now that saw them through so many battles together. All that moment in the dense weeds, a pair of thick treaded boots thud over the muddy soil, and a revolver is cocked. What now, Captain? We going over? The shadows in the jungle tremble slightly, the soft whining of a horse breaking their silence. The captain looks back at his team and lowers his head. There's no other choice. What? Well, don't tell me you're going to arrest those old people. No. The elders prepare to leave, completely unaware that Nala has hidden herself. Except for one. You know, my dear, it's not polite to stuff yourself like that at a funeral. Surprised, she wipes her mouth. Wait, she was eating? So that's why the chickens were disappearing from the coop. No one else has noticed, have they? Oh, of course not. Then there's hardly a problem, is there? I've positively gorged myself, but I still feel so hungry. She is so adorable, I'm not sure why. And a bit dizzy. Oh dear, you don't look well. Have you gotten heat stroke? Not sure. Hiccups. She shakes her head and sniffs the air.
It must be the mesquite trees. I always feel ill around them when they bloom.
The smell makes me dizzy. Well, my dear, you've been doing so much to organize the funeral. Just don't push yourself too hard. Old Cinder would never forgive us if we didn't take good care of you. Don't worry, Kiteria. I'm still strong. Yeah. Nala cheerfully flexes her arm as she straightens out her stance. Just as the old woman is about to speak, a rustling breaks out from the nearby jungle, startling the long-tailed monkeys in the trees. Not far away, the other elders walk in close step beneath the cover of their umbrellas. Who's there? Be careful!
Watch out!
Solomon's hiding over there! Soldiers emerge from the jungle, leading a few thin horses. Their clothes are tattered, their faces exhausted. The leading officer raises both arms and moves forward. Led by their old colonel, the veterans fall back into battle-ready stance, all scanning the newcomers carefully. Disculpa. We didn't mean to intrude. We just need a place to rest. We haven't had a proper meal in a week. We can't go on much longer.
Huh?
Who are you? Why are you out here? We're a patrol unit. We got lost in the jungle during a clearing mission. This answer causes murmurs among the others. You're Shorty's men, then? You got holes in your head? It's been ages since they took out Shorty. The military is in charge now. Don't trust a word out of the mouths of those leeches. The elders grumble, but most shrink back, blinking at the unwelcome guests. Wait, please, let me explain. The speaker takes a step forward, eyes darting over each other's face. His eyes widen like a man discovering a hidden treasure. I've hit the jackpot. Meu Deus. Your Colonel how you say that word? Joao Bastos. Or is it Yoao? I don't know how you say it. I know how to pronounce that name. Let's call it Bastos. Maybe I'll know the full name when I get to chapter 8, maybe? The Colonel lifts his eyebrows, his singular eyes shifting wide open.
Who's that?
The Rio Grande do Sul uprising. General Protos' right-hand man. Could that really be the same face looking at me?
The very same. But with one eye fewer.
The other man respectfully salutes the Colonel.
Sir.
Lieutenant Mondinho Morachir of Bahia, Colonel.
Bahia?
Bahia.
Were you stationed by the Cachoeira River?
Yes, Colonel. That's all wasteland now, isn't it? Yes, Colonel. Where the purslane grows wild and the Brazil wood stacks higher than the piles of corpses that it took to claim that land?
Sir.
Colonel, you have no idea how many times I heard your name on my father's lips. You really taught those bullies a lesson. The paper said you still have that bullet in your head.
It's all in the past now.
Yes, so my brothers and I are fighting for that honor too. Any violence and destruction you face here will be done away with. The Colonel's face changes. So, then you're the ones causing all the trouble around here. Trouble? No, Colonel. We're just following our orders. We're here to deal with what's left of the traitors and criminals. Don't give me that excuse. I know what your leaders are up to. Go back to the capital and tell your commander that Bastos sends his regards. Tell him I don't approve of what they are doing. You're just feeding your youthful ambitions.
Sir.
Colonel, those are dangerous words. Come then, arrest me. The Colonel casts a stern and baleful glare at the young man. Although you may know me, boy, you and your men can't stay around here. Colonel, we've been fighting for 3 months. Our rations are depleted. We have many injured. Lieutenant Motier rummages through the pockets, offering up a rain-soaked pack of cigarettes to Colonel Bastos. The Colonel remains motionless and unflinching, silent as a mountain. I say. The old caregiver breaks the silence, casting a frown at the Colonel. These boys have suffered enough. Is there any harm in bringing them inside for a little food and rest? Look at the state of them. Most of them can't stand up straight. Some of these injuries are near to turning gangrenous. Colonel, they'll never make it back to the capital like this. They. What about them? Stop. Whatever old friendships and grudges you all have, all I see are injured boys in need of care. If people need help, we help them. That's how we do things at the heartfelt home. She's right. We would be monsters to turn them away like this. But these aren't just ordinary people. We don't know their deal. Besides, we're struggling to keep all of us fed as it is. Voices of support and opposition arise from the old veterans until they formed a deadlock.
Sir? Captain.
A soft voice, scarcely louder than a mosquito's buzz, chimes in.
Sorry to interrupt, but,
You should reconsider your offer. You won't move the Colonel with those. She moves in front of the Colonel, pushing Motier's cigarettes back with a weakly shaking hand.
The Colonel only smokes one brand of cigarettes. They're called green papayas.
He frowns. You. What? Is there something? Her heart suddenly tightens. There's noise, endless noise, then shouting, footsteps and panting. Then the thrill of a predator in chase, a nightmare in her waking eyes.
Oh dear.
With everyone's exclamations before Mosier could react, Nala sways a little and then collapses. 15 minutes in and it's already stage 1. She fainted!
Oh dear. Someone check on her. The poor thing. It must be overexhaustion.
Could be. But then, she used to have panic attacks. It might be something similar. Hold on. We might have a stretcher that can be of use. Bring it over, quickly! Is this girl your caregiver? Yes, and our very own little fool. Yeah, indeed. Maybe not. Alright, Colonel, everyone, where are you all? And what is this place? Where is this place? So we're in a nightmare. Is this a dream? A dream from my past? It should be fine. Oh, Quitera is right here by my side. Everyone else must be here too. It's so dark, but this nightmare should be over soon. Alright, so there's nothing to be afraid of. Try moving towards the light over there. Stay calm and tap on the flickering path ahead. It will lead you out of this darkness. Well done. This tile here is called a labyrinth. Try dragging and sliding it to see how it unfolds. Just keep in mind that a labyrinth can't be unfolded over inaccessible gaps. You can also choose to stop unfolding a labyrinth part way, even if it can be extended further. I think I got it. Ah, this is such a strange dream, yet everything here feels so familiar. And this voice, it sounds so warm, so nostalgic. Who could it be? Again, to escape safely from this nightmare, you must strategize moves in advance. So we have 5 moves. The number of labyrinths available is limited. If you use them all up, you will be trapped in this nightmare forever. I guess we could do this. We could go here, here. I think I got it. Yeah, 4 to 5 moves. There we go. Come on, let's all carry her back. You boys are welcome to rest at the heartfelt home for now. Vamos. The troops give a small cheer, springing up like a dried grass after a long-awaited rain. The colonel grimaces, wheeling about and moving past Mosier wordlessly. The misfit band of the wounded and the elderly trudge forward toward the house in the distant mist-marked heartfelt home.
I'm not sure, Dad.
Letting this pack of wild, half-grown puppies into the house is a proper choice. Hungry dogs bite. Calm it up. Look at them. They're not so different to how we were back then. They don't even look like proper soldiers. Are you saying we did? They trudge forward up the muddy hill, stopping to complain, and now and then their rasping voices covered by birdsong. Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be pathway puzzles here. Yeah, indeed. So, stage 2, parrots and swamps. Parrots and swamps. Okay. I hate the fact that I would like to read slowly. But here we are. By noon the next day, her nightmare has passed. The girl who fainted yesterday springs back into action.
6 a.m. Go to the post office and collect the day's copy of the Morning Insight. Check.
7 a.m. breakfast. Cornflakes with fried bananas, sweet potatoes, check. Next, change the sheets. Oh, which side is the right side? What was it that old Quitera taught me? All done for the day. Oh, sorry.
Just one last thing.
She frowns and straightens her hair in the mirror.
All right. Story time.
Stories, yes. The most interesting ones can be heard in the tea room. These always bring together both the elders and the eager young listener. When I first came to this place, not a single road was paved. And the dock, forget it! We waded to shore. People didn't even know what newspaper was. Didn't you say last time that some people had already arrived looking to start a transport company? She responds as she wipes the coffee cups with a handkerchief.
That's right.
I did, but they couldn't find anything to transport back then. How times have changed, eh? Now they're making record profits hauling cocoa and fruit. Here's your mate.
Here's your mate. Oh,
Really?
Careful, it's hot.
Just think what might have happened if you invested. You'd have made a fortune. So I was right in how you made mate. He's just sour over not buying that land when he had the chance. Next he'll tell you he won it all in a brawl. But I happen to know the notary, and he never owned a damn thing. And this is yours.
This is yours.
Oh, damn it.
One cafezinho.
It's lucky you have so many knowledgeable friends.
Of course.
Back then, I wore Sente Leguas, boots, and drank port wine. Everyone wanted to be friends with me. See, this is what I call a nepotism. Nepotism. There's too much of these of it these days, Nala. We carved this place out of the jungle by sweat alone. Grew the cocoa trees by hand until they were all tall and thick. We managed to climb it in seasons well. That's the secret to our success.
But
No, all people talk about is progress. If you ask me, everything is moving too fast.
All right, calm down. Don't make me add an ow egg to your caipirinha.
Oh, Nala. The elder laughs heartily, taking the offered liquor. As at the same time, there comes a sudden crash from another room.
There seems to be a lot of commotion over there.
Nala runs off to investigate, and the three elders watch her leave. Hey, my story's not finished yet. Where is she going? But she didn't look back. Admit it, we couldn't get by without her. The three elders exchange glances. That's my coffee then. The other passes the cup. And is that my mate? The other, holding the mate tea, hands it over to the one who was served the liquor. And that's my liquor. Thank you very much. They sigh contentedly as they at last receive their intended drinks. Each takes a small sip. Ha! Funny. Colonel, what's going on? In one corner of the terrace, a macaw in a birdcage tilts its head, watching the odd scene. A scuffle between Colonel Bastos and a soldier. What's wrong? Seeing Moxier approaching, Nala instinctively hides behind the colonel. Sir, we were playing chess with Colonel Bastos. He couldn't pay up. You little whelp. Look at your damned eyes and tell me what this is, if not money. But Colonel, we don't use conto and reis. This isn't money anymore. Shouldn't you be resting, soldier? Get moving, vamos. Colonel. Yes, sir. Well, that solved it. The colonel's gray mustache quivers slightly in the air. Nala, how much longer are these rascals staying? Quaternia said they shouldn't leave this month. With the weather so hot and damp, it won't be good for their wounds.
But I can make them disappear if you like. All it takes is one simple trick.
Jesus. He steps forward.
Sir,
I'm deeply sorry if that my men caused you trouble. Perhaps you might do me the honor of another game. I'm sure the colonel would not begrudge a small wager. If I lose, we promise to leave within a week. If you lose... He looks over at Nala standing nearby. I'd like to taste the ladies' cocktails. Shall we say, a caipirinha? The macaw ruffles its feathers while watching the little drama unfold. Quiet! Quiet! Sure.
all right. But if you lose, you better keep your word and clear out in 3 days.
One game to determine whether these soldiers stay and rest at their leisure, or leave to face the dangerous trek home.
Hey!
Come and see! Old Bastos is playing chess against the captain! I bet that Sagui, that our old Bastos will destroy him. Quiet. It seems like the spectators are more nervous than the players. Nala bites her collar, her gaze jumping between the two men. The captain's wound is bleeding. I hope that won't affect his focus. Why did he decide on chess? Bastos never wins at chess. He's going to lose again, isn't he? So the colonel moves, then the captain, then the colonel, then the captain. It's really rather boring. I'm sure I have something else to do. No one notices Nala slipping away from the crowd. The spectators stand frozen with rapt attention, the silence only broken by the occasional flutter of the parrot's wings. The suspense ends with a simple whatever the hell it is.
Checkmate.
In 37 matches today, this was the colonel's only win. All paused for a moment, but soon the elders burst into cheers. Alright, Bastos! Now they've learned just because we're old doesn't mean we don't know our stuff. The colonel lifts his head, not a hair out of place. How about that, kid? Pick up your rifle and let's part ways. What? Right. But Captain! Let's go, boys. It seems we're not welcome here anymore. The spectators shuffle away, the soldiers looking downcast with eyes watering at the prospect of their long march ahead. Huh? Nala runs out of the kitchen with a half-filled glass of liquor, a small trail of spills following behind her. Is it over?
That's right.
Just before you got back, old Bastos proved his chops once more.
Oh, you're leaving already? But I just made you a caipirinha.
Aww. Nala? The colonel looks at Nala from an old, incredulous eye. Nala tilts her head to the side in reply. Monsieur adjusts his military coat and approaches Nala with an officer's glance. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. Miss. Monsieur takes the glass and drinks it in a single gulp. Quiet! Quiet! Delicious. That cardamom is dreamlike. It reminds me of my childhood. Thank you, miss. Monsieur sets down the glass, turns, and prepares to leave. Alright, we've overstayed our welcome here. Move out. The colonel looks out over the gathered soldiers in preparing to leave, his eye looking out past them and into a place distant in time and memory.
Wait.
His voice is hoarse and dry. Wipe up. He hands Monsieur a handkerchief. A few of your men are still feverish. The whirly-head kid who threw those dice with me still has a crooked jaw. Your families wouldn't want to see you like this.
Huh?
Bastos? Colonel?
Colonel, thank you.
Aw. Quiet, damn you! Quiet! That's funny for me. I like doing the parents. Right. Letting those boys stay is a mistake.
That's surprising.
Hard to believe the old Cyclops agreed to it. The elders liked their old quail pipes, and as they looked over the terrace, fiery bougainvillea twines around the willow grills, and below them laughing young soldiers.
No, wait! Come on! Show me the medal! I want to see it!
I only mean that. I mean bean porridge for everyone. I make bean porridge for everyone every day. Don't you think I deserve a little reward? The Progress Club? Don't lie. They'll really throw a party for me. Oh, Nala. Nala.
Why don't we go to the procession together? It'll be great fun!
She is too cute. I don't know why. She is so cute. Colonel Bastos sits under the modded wind shadows by the limestone wall, swatting flies with a fan made of parrot feathers. Your tea can's moldy. How long has it been since you made tea? I suppose I was just waiting for Nala to wash it out.
But
She's been busy. She's been... She's different from before. Quiet, some bitches! Why? Quiet! The parent has had enough. Does anyone know what that bird's actually saying? It's saying, quiet, let me sleep. Quiet, let me work. Quiet, let me enjoy the sunlight. Alright, part 3, An Evening to Remember. A bullet is loaded. Shells clatter to the ground. Another round is loaded. Ceramic bowls shatter, the rest rolling into the calabash on the ground. Another round is loaded. Oh, damn it! Nala! Oak Potato rushes into the basement.
Nala, what are you doing?
Quiteria, what happened? You look pale.
Quiteria?
The captain just showed me how to use this. I'm clearing out the aqua roaches in the garden.
By shooting them! See? More and more of them have been crawling out from the cracks in the wall and floor tiles. Hey, don't run! Babaka! Druxa! Vesta! Nala, who taught you those words? Chaos reigns in the basement as Nala chases the roaches. Oh, Midu! Who gave her that gun? A weapon like that is dangerous, child! Be careful! The elders rush toward her as fast as their old bones can carry them. Nala chases the roaches, and the elders chase Nala from the basement to the tea room, from the tea room to the terrace. So you're telling me that she is using a gun to kill those to kill those roaches? I mean, I see someone use a flamethrower to burn the roaches. I'll bet the small one. I mean, would you use a shotgun for against a roach, maybe? Dangerous. The source of the commotion, that black, damp creature, bursts with a short crack, leaving a puddle of methylene blue ichor.
It's not actually that hard to use a gun. It's only taken me 1 day to learn.
Nala with a gun is more dangerous. Everyone, please, get down on the floor! Nala, put that gun down! Okitania's voice echoes through the home. Man, it's gonna be surprised that I'm actually raising my voice here. My god, I can almost see the comical commotion. I can only imagine it. Hello, Carla! Don't you hear? Old Cinder passed away 2 days ago. You heard? Okay. The hoarse voice echoes anxiously in the empty tea room. He hangs up, crosses out a name in the address book, and dials another phone number. When's lunch?
Hold on.
We'll heat up the leftover bean porridge in the fridge.
But
Nala said she'd make us grilled pork and fish today. She probably just forgot. I heard those young guys are taking her to the Progress Club down in the city. They said they even booked a fancy dinner with her at the Pearl Blue Hotel. Nala? Our Nala? Pfft, don't joke. Does she even know how to dance? If she could dance, then I am a swan.
But
They like her.
I heard that
They let her play with guns, teach her curses. Now they are taking her on adventures to the city.
shoot.
Yeah, bad influences on her, and they all think of her as a daughter or granddaughter or something like that. It's cute. You selfish old fart! You just don't want to eat old bean porridge every day. They've got too much already. The land, the people, the taxes, they publish the newspapers. These are their bridges and their trains. Everything is theirs. And us, we can't even get our pensions. They'll come. We just have to wait a little longer. They said there'd be news in December. December? That's what they say. But old Cinder didn't make it to December. Stop it. I think it's a good for Nala to have some friends around her age. They're getting ready for the procession together. That should be fun for her, right?
Yes.
The procession. Is it that time of year again? Even if she really leaves us, perhaps it's better for the better. It isn't like what it used to be out there. They have movie theaters, football arenas, so many things for young people to do. What do we even have here?
But
We've got hot bean porridge. Nala can eat 3 bowls in one go. Sheesh, bean porridge. I'm gonna try to do it all in one video. Probably, maybe. I might do that, maybe.
I'm sure you'll love this procession. Every visitor, no matter how many new or unusual things they've seen, has absolutely fallen in love with it.
Every household in town will come out, and the streets will be filled with bananas, pumpkins, and sweet eggplants. For a little money, you can buy all kinds of things. Spices come cheap, there's cute printed cloth, and even bead necklaces. Next, we'll raise the icon, and everyone will pray. I think most will pray for this rain to stop soon. The colonel said if this rain keeps up, this year's harvest could be ruined. So we'll need to raise the icon high and tall, and decorate it with gold thread, trim, and beautiful embroidery. Nala, holding a candle, leads Monsieur through the chapel, showing off their recent work. And an enormous statue lies in the center of each chapel, awaiting decoration. You're amazing, Nala. Did you really make all this?
Naturally.
Nala twirls her hair, a little shy, looking away. Moasir pulls out a bottle of perfume and offers it to her. What's this? Perfume.
Miss.
It's for you, miss.
Oh, perfume. Yes, I know it. My sister used to wear it. So did the colonel.
But I couldn't accept it. I never use it. Scents like these make me sneeze. Besides all that, I so love the smell of morning jasmine. How I could smell it if I was wearing this. Nala gently pushes the perfume away.
Sister?
I never knew you had a sister. There was a sharpness in his voice. It triggered something in her, a survival instinct. A nameless brief silence.
My sister had a very kind heart. People just didn't know her very well.
She glances around, as if avoiding the topic. What color ribbons should I pick? Red or blue? I prefer red. Your sister, is she about your age? Sierra steps forward. Her hands still. Are you still in touch? I'm tired. Nala turns to face the questioning captain.
What?
Why do you ask? Nala steps back, and then once more. And everyone knows? It's nothing. Just curiosity. I don't have a sister. I just made it up. You know. I've gotta go. I've chosen the ribbons. Oh, right. Vitelia told me to make a special dish at the home tonight. Hey, wait! Don't go! Nala turns sharply, her eyes scanning Monsieur with a wariness. What's wrong? Please, don't be scared, Nala. It's okay. Her body tenses at his movement.
It's okay. You're safe, Nala. I'm right here.
You're safe here. Seeing Nala still unresponsive, Monsieur sighs. What's with these cracks? Termites. Did you know? A perfect termite mound needs to be above 20 degrees. I had a brother. When termites find the perfect soil for their nest, they feel it, examine it, then start digging. You might not know this name, but you have heard of his bank. They dig, dig, dig. They never stop. The transport companies here got their first loan from him. He made a fortune. He bought a house for my father, a real palatio thing, a villa on the beach, and that garden. But I didn't get to stay. Until their kingdom is complete. Nala scrutinizes Monsieur from narrowed eyes. He looks back, his face contorted with unspoken pain. Are you still in touch with him? No, but I think I might visit him, my brother, when he's finally released. He's in prison? Yes. What? Is he a bad person? Yes. Hesitation. No, bad is maybe not the right word. My sister wasn't bad either, even though... I know. His voice quickens. I'm sure your sister isn't a bad person either. Then he deliberately slows down. I believe you. Monsieur stares at Nala. So, could I hear your sister's story now? Again. My sister. A gust of wind blows in from an open window, knocking over a candlestick on the table. In a flash, the tablecloth has already caught fire. Oh God, no!
Watch out!
The flames spread quickly, climbing up the ribbons, snaking toward the fireworks in the corner. What? Oh no! Quick! Put it out! Oh no, oh no! I've messed it up again! Britannia won't be able to cover for me this time! Nala rushes over, trying to smother the flames as best as she can. She throws herself almost entirely into the flames, and then enough they shrink under her. Ouch! That was hot! You've already healed. That immense strength was close. He looks over her in the smoldering darkness. A shadow like a serpent's tail. Nala stands up, swatting the suit off her clothes. The serpent-like shadow retreats down toward the girl. The candlelight flickers, making the corners seem even darker. Monsieur tries to approach. A pair of beast-like eyes appears from beyond the candlelight. What did you see? As the light flickers back again, an even larger shadow emerges, this time with horns, claws, and a scent of blood. There are legends that speak of this, of the people that disappear without a trace. Their corpses picked apart by vultures and devoured by beasts until only their souls remain, left to wander in agony. Monsieur backs away in shaking steps. Nala.
Miss.
Don't be afraid. Please. I didn't see anything. The shadow stretches closer, trembling slightly. You're an arcanist, aren't you? It's okay. Don't be afraid. My brother was an arcanist too. It's nothing bad, nothing unusual. He suppresses the fear in his voice.
I'm right here.
I won't hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. You're safe here. A familiar scent, jasmine and gunpowder, fear and calm, uncertainty and reassurance, sincerity and delirium. Safe. No one will blame you for this. No one even has to know. They love you, Nala. Everyone that meets you feels that way. Everyone you meet. And I'm not someone who hates arcanists. I'm just a regular person. My brother was an arcanist too. I don't hate you. I'm not afraid. I believe in you. Just like I believe your sister is a good person. You see, in this, we are the same. We are no different. You shouldn't have to fear this world. We should be able to care for one another, to understand and to love each other. The shadow stops its advance and then slowly begins to shrink, until the horns are gone and the claws retract, leaving only the girl.
It's okay. You're safe, Nala.
I believed in you, and you could believe in me. The air is hot, still and calm. I will never speak a word of this, Nala. Is that true then? She looks into Monsieur's eyes, searching for sincerity. Of course. We should be able to care for one another, to understand and love each other. Her face is vacant for a moment, then she nods.
I trust you.
She blinks. As she steps outside the chapel, she spies something on the ground. A long extinguished green papaya cigarette. Huh? A cigarette that's nearby? I wonder. The shoulders caught my side of my silhouette. I'm sure of it. He knows about my sister, and about my fears and desires. He promised that he wouldn't tell anyone, and I desperately want to believe him. Why do I keep getting the urge to break his neck? Such a thick fog. So don't stay in the mist for too long. It's a part of the nightmare. Use the labyrinth to quickly navigate through it. There's mud everywhere. I'd better watch my step. So don't worry if you accidentally step on the mud, you can still stand on it and move through it just fine. The labyrinth can't be built in an upright position on top of the mud, but other than that, the mud shouldn't cause too many issues. I have to get over here, so I'm thinking, maybe, let's see, I think here, yeah, not sure, maybe here? No, that wouldn't be right. Alright. Here. Maybe? Hang on. What can I do here? What if I do this? Alright, I think I did this here. Guiding me this whole time, I think, but I just can't remember whose voice it is. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. There we go. Alright. I was just too dumb. Yeah, I was too dumb. Alright. On to number 4, I believe. Dear Mr. President, please accept our dearest, deepest apology, greetings, and well wishes. I hope you can look past the nasty nicknames we gave you. I am still your most loyal soldier. Maybe. Nala has some business today, so I'll be leading the poetry reading. A stir runs through the gathered lead elders. Where's Nala? Yeah, it wouldn't be the same without her. She loves reading poetry, and we love listening to her. Why wouldn't she be here? Quiet down, everyone. Quiet down. Is she still out with those soldiers? Did she ditch us to go to the club? No, of course not. It's nothing like that. Now come on, let's get back to the reading. Inhabiting this pitiful land, dwelling amongst beasts. Old Quiteria starts the poetry to stop the chatter, and the others have no choice but to follow along. Pitiful man and the pitiful beast together, dwelling in this ravine of life. Sorrow, freedom finds you. Okay, I'm not going to read this because it's going to be going fast, so. But before long, the whispers return. I heard Nala might leave us for good.
No way.
Where did you hear that? What is it that has got you whispering this time? They said... What did they say? The elder starts his eyes around the room and clears his throat. They say Nala's leaving us. The room roars into loud debate. Who said that? The soldiers. They said that Captain and Nala have been out together a lot.
No.
They're saying Captain Mosier's offered Nala a new job. Something in the capital with him. A government desk job. Or maybe working for the newspaper.
No matter what.
Nala is leaving. She's starting a new life. The clock chimes 3 times. And the room goes silent. Nonsense! Old Criteria sets down the poetry book and summons up her strength to straighten out her back. Her real name is Quintalia, but she prefers to go by Quiteria. Everyone listen! Her voice is strong. In the past 65 years, she delivered 267 babies with her own 2 hands.
20 years ago, I found her in a rundown corner of this city. I'll care for her as long as I still draw breath.
I know that all of you feel the same way. It wasn't her, it was her hands, her scent, and her voice that welcomed each one of those children into the world. There is a knock on the door.
Quiteria, there you are. I found some star anise. Maybe I can add a little to the seasoning. What do you think?
Have you prepared your things? We're still in need of a cover. I had been thinking of sewing our old socks together. They're durable enough, and we could use them as a tablecloth after. Old Quiteria looks at Nala with staring eyes. I don't mean for the procession. I mean your own things. Me? I promise I haven't snuck any food away this time. Not even a single piece of chocolate is out of place. Old Quiteria simply joins her and begins helping her organize. You know, toothbrushes need to be replaced every 3 months, and if you go dancing, please dress modestly. And you must remember to always say please and thank you. And as much as you love it, don't give people nicknames. Most importantly, don't be too quick to trust others. Why are you saying this? Britannia doesn't respond. She just opens the drawer and helps her pick out clothes. You're like a Pachamama from my dreams right now. If you aren't careful, people lead you astray. Oh, stop. I'm not some old fool like Flea. Why are you treating me like I'm clueless? Oh, Quiteria pinches her nose, takes a deep breath, and looks up into her eyes. Quiteria?
Remember that story I told you? About the sun god who ended the great flood, causing the first rainbow to appear in the sky?
You never know if something beautiful brings a blessing or a curse. A rainbow to some is salvation, but others see it as an omen of death. You know, I used to make a living interpreting dreams. They'd pay and I'd divine. But each time I looked into the future, I saw things I hoped would never occur. I hoped those omens were just shadows. Still, every outcome can be beautiful in its own right. Nala is stunned, unable to digest the information. Maybe it really is a new world. A world full of potential for young people, for you. Old Quiteria pats Nala's head.
I'll always be proud of you.
If it rains for another week, the Colonel's wheelchair will rust over so badly it'll be just another chair. The Colonel knows this better than anyone, nervously shaking his legs and rolling back and forth in the heartfelt home's courtyard. He holds a thick bundle of letters wrapped in rose-colored paper. He can't roll this rusty wheelchair all the way to the post office alone. But soon, his dilemma is interrupted by the sound of sobbing. They say if you cry during the rainy season, the rains will never end. Colonel, oh, you're here. Aw, don't cry, Nala. Every character's making me sad here.
I could hear you crying. You almost sounded like the mosquitoes in the Amazon, you know?
I wasn't crying. Nala sniffs. That's a cute sniff. I just felt sad. Like the rain. Like this never-ending rain. Sad. An angel like you? Don't tell me playing is sad is a new fad with you young folks. No, it's only old Titania came to me and told me some things. I don't quite understand what she meant by it, but now somehow I just feel so sad. Oh, alright. The colonel panics, looking at Nala's head, wanting to pat it, but instead humming a tune.
Sempre alerta, altaneiro, o soldado brasileiro. Forte, bravo, destemido. Nunca foge do inimigo.
A song from a bygone era of war, written by a one-eyed poet. Oh my god, that's a cute sneeze. See? Sneeze adult, and the sadness goes away. Nala sniffs and shakes her head. As she raises her eyes, she notices that what the colonel is clutching behind his back. What's this, Colonel?
What's this, Colonel?
Damn it, I keep interrupting things. This is... Never mind, don't look. It's a letter.
Thank you for taking the time to read this.
This letter is once again to inquire about the pension distribution. The fact is, I submitted our application 25 years ago and received confirmation 10 years ago. I do not have high expectations for the amount. My years of waiting and perseverance were for something more valuable than a number. I just can't stand these day-to-day struggles. Even though I now live in a welfare home, and life here is quite comfortable. But recently, a group of people acting like bandits have been brutally seizing our land. Is that... Did you mention me here? Huh? Take her away.
Take her away?
Take her away? Nala looks up at the colonel, then back at the letter.
Was I leaving?
Dios me liviere. The colonel seems flustered and uneasy. Damn it. He rocks uncomfortably back and forth in his wheelchair.
Just toss it in the fire.
He seizes on an impulsive decision. Look at this. It's all broken sentences, incoherent grammar, and so many typos. This isn't my writing, you know that, Ronaldo. So help me burn it. Of course. She understands his meaning. It comes to her as clearly as the sounds of night. You are a member of the literary society. There are so many errors, yes. This couldn't be your writing. The colonel snatches the letter back. Oh, damn. He looks back at the entrance of the heartfelt home. It seems so far distant now. He meekly returns the letter to Nala. Just burn it. Nala holds her gaze at the colonel. With those aconite purple eyes shining in the moonlight. On the terrace at night, between two pillars, a wire holds up the elders' uniform white cotton shirts. The embers vanish beneath the puffs of smoke rising from the roasting corn stalks. They watch the letter burn to ash, its edges curling in the fire.
What do you think old Cinder's doing now?
Do you think he's watching us? He's probably busy writing complaints to heaven's representatives. All that's left of the paper is ash scattered over the ground. Nala stares intently at the ashes.
I'm not leaving, Colonel.
The colonel's mustache twitches. That's your decision to make, not mine. He struggles to squeeze out the words. Alright, part 5 is sleep talking. We're halfway through, guys. We are halfway through. Back in the chapel. Dragon Slayer. Or what that's all about. So it is midnight, and Captain Mosier is preparing to go out when he sees the colonel sitting in the chapel cleaning his gun.
This rifle fought by my side from Rio Grande do Sul to São Paulo. It's almost my third arm.
A G43 semi-automatic rifle. Shorty used it once. He said it was quite handy. A Springfield rifle with magnified sight. The MAS 36 carbine, the last one, seized from our prisoners of war. And finally, a .357 Magnum revolver, just like the one in your hand. He seems to have anticipated Monsieur's arrival. They're well maintained, yes, but they're all empty. No matter, at least they're good for show. I'd heard you're leaving after the procession tomorrow. Yes, our wounded have recovered well, thanks to your nurses here. Knowing that you're living well under their care gives me a peace of mind. This is a country growing stronger by the day. I hope one day soon we will be able to ensure the welfare of our elders like you. He lets out a sneer. Did I say something wrong? No, my nose itches. Alright. Then I should go and check on the horses in the stable. After all this rest, they might need a new shoeing, and we're hitting the road in a couple of days. Monsieur takes 2 steps out, and then the colonel speaks again.
I know that bay horse, and I knew its owner. It wasn't you.
Oh yes. Colonel, you have sharp eyes. I happen to know its former owner, and his fate was not ideal. Well, I suppose that depends on your definition. The colonel doesn't respond. It dawns on Monsieur that he hasn't looked at him once through their conversation. He just stares at the barrel, unflinching. Monsieur waits a while, then realizing the colonel has nothing more to say, turns back. But he stops again after 2 steps. You know, you're very much like my father. Then I apologize. He always preferred riding horses. Even as the cars took over the roads, a horse is an extension of a man's spirit, he said. Well said. He died on horseback in the end.
Sir,
Pardon my boldness, but may I ask, do you have children? A son, yes. Well, then perhaps I could recommend him for a position in the government. If he's willing to learn and works hard, he could get a post in no time.
He died.
Yeah. Worst timing. I'm sorry. The colonel uncomfortably moves his jaw, trying to adjust it. That day, his mother told him to go find work, but instead he went to the San Sebastian Square to watch the cockfighting. That day, there was some chaos in the square, a fight, a bloody fight. He was shot dead. To this day, I still don't know what happened. Now I can't even remember the last thing he said to me. A bullet? It may have different calibers, different materials, but none of them carry their owner's name on it, do they? It's strange, isn't it? That after living a life of war, it is my son that dies in peace. In everything there should be cause and effect, a reason, but so often it seems things happen for no reason at all. We see the effect but cannot find the cause. I suppose so, but you're a man of war, Colonel. You must have learned that harsh lesson long ago. Of course. He was a foolish young boy. He got what he deserved. There's no need to say that. But I must disagree. Everyone dies for a reason. Including the people you've executed? Yes. I know every one of their crimes and exactly which level of hell they are destined for. The crimes paved the way for your future.
Sir,
Mosier's tone turns harsh. I still don't understand where your hostility comes from. The colonel chuckles softly. Stelina, you've been around long enough. You should know what life is like here. For the old, it is all gossip and griping. We watch the cocoa grow, whiling away our twilight years in trivialities. But when it comes to a young man, it's different.
They should have gotten their diploma, had a good career, and made this city more prosperous than the most luscious cacao tree.
Instead, boys find themselves embroiled in brawls over honor and retribution, chasing dreams of titles and glory. It's the same stupid games they play everywhere: politics and machismo. The colonel pauses, looking up at Mochier. You tell others you have a brother, but what you don't mention is that you put him in prison yourself. Colonel, eavesdropping is beneath a man like you. The colonel doesn't reply. Faces he hasn't thought of for years float before him. The line between life and death blurs.
You may think you've got a winning hand, but there'll come a day when you realize it can't protect you from true danger.
See, Colonel? That's where you and I differ. I don't play the game. I set the table. Whoever sets the rules controls the outcome. When Pedro II decided to stay, when he received the reply, the apple is ripe, when he gave the cry of Iparanga, he won not with a sword but with a crown. In fact, Colonel, we've never been part of a true revolution. We only passed through one skirmish after another. Only fools believe in seizing power. No, when you know the game, power finds you. Control the cause, and you control the effect.
see? This is how we differ.
Captain Mosier loads 2 bullets into the colonel's rifle. He pulls the trigger. The weapon is clearly well preserved and finely maintained. But as the hammer falls and the bullet stays in the chamber. What a shame. Your rifle is broken, Colonel. Time, a fast, solemn, stirring graveyard. Having walked this graveyard for half a century, the old man finally lets out a silent sigh. We've conquered the wilderness of this land, yet somehow we fail to coexist with civilization. Basto turns and steps into the silent darkness. First, he raises one hand and waves behind him. Then, he lifts both hands above his head. Huh? I'm sorry. What's going on? Follow the trees on part 6. Damn it, I just drank my water and it made me cough. The first rays of dawn break through the clouds, signaling the day of the procession, and some hope, the end of the rainy season. You say old Jorge's clothes don't fit. This is the only set we have. He'll have to wear what he's got. Everyone must have a candle. Place it firmly in the holder and don't let the rain put it out. Don't drink so much. There'll be plenty of after the procession. The drunkard's cup is spilled over with intent as old Quiteria moves along among the elders. Outside their heartfelt home, a chaotic scene is forming at the entrance, with men hoisting at the statue, people holding candle stands, elders and estate owners putting on their robes. The colonel's mustache is perfectly still today. Even a tornado would fail to ruffle a hair on it. When does this procession end? Good heavens, you're thinking of the end before it's even begun. Saints above, I hope they'll forgive you for this irreverence. Fine, fine. If I'm good and devout, will I get an extra piece of cornmeal cake for lunch? If you don't cause trouble, you can have as much as you want. The colonel sinks back into his wheelchair, contented, glancing sideways at the nearby soldiers.
Oh,
You know, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever laid my eyes on. Please, might I take your hand?
Oh dear.
Please don't say that. My hands are covered in fish guts.
even so.
They are still the gentlest I have ever held. The colonel sneers, looking for someone. Monsieur stands in the corner, amused by the scene unfolding. What's that bastard hiding his coat? He squints and then abruptly starts wheeling back to the chapel. What are you doing, Bastos? Oh, Quiteria blocks his path. None of your damn business. The procession is exactly my business, Colonel. Now please get back into line.
Colonel! Watch out!
What's going on? Nala rushes out from the home, carrying her microphone, tripping up into a tangled mess of cables. Britannia steadies her. Don't worry too much, dear. I know today is your first time leading the procession. Old Britannia untangles the wires and hands the microphone back to her. Oh, me? Worry? Over this trifling thing? I'm hardly nervous at all. Haha, that's good. Well, just a tad bit worried. There are some sentences in the speech that you wrote down that I don't know that I understand, and I still have yet to memorize everything perfectly. No problem. I'll hold the script for you. Just watch my lips. I'll say a line. You repeat it. Great. Shh. Hey, who brought these geese here? How's the procession supposed to move? The neighbor driving the geese shoos them, but the gray and white geese seem to have their own plans.
Whoa.
They're acting real strange. They won't listen at all. He shouts at Odi Quiteria, who waves him off, signaling him to handle it. Golden ornaments, towering statues, red robes, purple headpieces, blue macaws, and mingling scents of meat and osmanthus fill in the air. Everyone around has been utterly absorbed by the pageantry. Nala walks through the crowd, crouches down, and picks up a white goose.
It's okay, it's okay. Be a good goose and come with me.
Are you gonna have it for lunch? She holds the white goose, and the other geese obediently line up behind her. The clock strikes the hour, and everyone turns to look at the distant bell tower commemorating St. George, the Dragon Slayer. The procession begins. I've never seen such a spectacle. The last time we were this many people was 5 years ago in the cockfight. That shows how many people want the rain to stop. Everyone's praying with all their strength. Let us pray that the saints above see our work here and bless us. The procession moves from the home toward the square, with more and more people joining in, holding candles. Nala leads the line of white geese up at the front, humming softly.
At the same crossroad, when the warm days grow cold, leaves are falling down to the ground.
Such a lovely voice. People in the procession begin singing along quietly. Fire can't burn down. I can't sing, so I'm really bad. My past into ashes. By now. More and more join in, their voices growing louder. The procession reaches San Sebastian Square, where the grand statue lies. Hey, let me see if I can get a shot of this. That's actually looking pretty, favela here. Like, I've never been to South America, really. A beam of light shines on the statue and Nala stands before it. Old Quiteria raised from the crowd, mouthing the words to her. Watch my lips. Follow along. Nala nods, watching old Quiteria's lips. A strange thought strikes her. Suddenly, she realizes she has never seen snow. Not sure if she's going to speak or not. Hello? Everyone, hello? The microphone squeals, and the crowd murmurs. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, I've not spoken in front of this many people before. It's okay, Nala. You can do it, Nala. Just say anything. Then, shall I begin? Go on. Her voice is slow and steady. Nala looks at her, who returns her glance. She nods, clearing her throat. Critéria's lips move, and Nala speaks.
I think we can all agree that this isn't the best time in our lives.
We haven't seen a single cocoa leaf standing tall, nor a datura flower blooming, and the sunlight never lingers longer than a day. Only rain, endless rain.
Rain like this always reminds me of my childhood.
Gentle yet suffocating breaths in the canned cradle, flat feet stomping on nettles, all those poetic and joyous synonyms.
Speaking of childhood,
She smiles to herself. Did we really have the wonderful childhood we imagined? Things always seem more beautiful and grander than when they are viewed from a distance. It seems this yearning comes from the very realization that we may never return to those happier times.
here we are. In this place we've always called home. It's where we grew up. And it's where we'll grow old.
But isn't that strange? Why should we feel longing for the land we've grown on? Why should it feel foreign to us?
Why would we all feel this way?
The warm sunlight makes her head spin. When she comes back to her senses, the crowd is silent, looking at her with strange expressions. Some bow their heads quietly. Nala's palms are sweaty, and she wipes them secretly on her sides. I'm so sorry. The microphone screeches again. Everyone looks at Nala, some trying to comfort her with their eyes. I've tried so hard to prepare these words, but still, I can't quite memorize them. Oh, Criteria freezes. Thank you, Criteria, but you needn't prompt me anymore. There is something I should like to say from my own heart. Oh, Criteria lowers the script in her hand, as stunned as everyone else. Jesus Christ! They really got the noise down. Ahem, ahem. Another screech.
This is your home. And it's mine too.
The simplicity of her words doesn't seem to have the desired effect. Another bead of sweat slides down her face.
Leaving home might seem easy, but one never truly breaks away from their hometown.
And I'm fortunate. I've never left, and I never will. Her voice trembles, but she presses on. I will never leave you. I don't want to, and I won't. I will never leave the heartfelt home. The crowd goes from rustling to silence. Because just like you, I love everything here. I love our little parrot that babbles nonsense on the terrace. I love Camilo's cheap snake wine. I love Criteria's almond cakes and old Jorge's tunes on the piano. The bright red roses and fragrant lilacs. The toucan's call, and the golden land of cocoa trees at sunrise. She said too much at once, and gasps for another breath.
And the never-ending rain. And you. I love you all.
Aww. The crowd is quiet, every elder's eyes fixated on Nala.
I love everyone here.
And we all love you too. Dead silence. I really don't know what else to say. In fact, no words could probably express my deep love for this land. But only singing, yes. Only a song without end. She pauses.
So let's sing.
Let's all sing.
Sing together and keep on singing. Even under the shadow of war, we will keep on singing till the day the sun shines upon us again.
The crowd roars up to join her, their voices mixing with the intense scent of almond blossoms filling in the air. They feel dizzy, joyful, confused, and angry.
Oh dear.
Did you hear that? Nala says she won't leave.
Nice.
We don't have to worry about losing her. Oh, what was I thinking? Of course she wouldn't leave us. Nala! Nala! The crowd cheers for the name. We love you. We love you. You're a saint, an Anjo Nala. And who I see is spying in the distance. Anjo Nala. Anjo Nala, Anjo Nala. Okay. Everyone, the elders, food vendors, idle gamblers, estate owners, and their workers, the children of the choir, everyone is lost in this revelry, and at the apex of it stands the angel bathed in sunlight, holding a white goose, looking at the world. Then it's true. She is exactly who I suspected. Don't you dare tell me that some bitch is gonna shoot her! That seductive power in her voice, making those who love her adore her like a goddess.
A succubus.
Yeah. Thank heaven, finally my wait is rewarded. It seems this place truly is a blessed land. He is in tears. What the hell? The flames fade away as she falls back, plunging into darkness. Lights, parties, graceful figures, chewing gum, gunfire, bullet casings, rats in the sewers, chanting the scent of breakfast, ash in the ashtray. Coughing, newspapers, the universe, a toucan in a dream, day after day of rumbling thunder and drizzle. An unexpected question.
Sister. Why?
What? Ooh. Ooh. What? 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 Okay. My mind is confused a lot. There it is. The toy. It's the toy that she got trapped in. This dream is so long. Am I really still not yet awake? I can't see a thing. It's as if I'm in a cramped, murky maze. I'm so hungry. How long have I slept? My body feels so heavy. Why can't I leave? I'm so dizzy. So exhausted. So... Okay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where would I go, though. I guess we can end on folding here. What's this? The path is blocked off. No, it's too heavy. I can't move this. Come here, child. Perhaps I can help you. Who are you? I don't recognize you, but... A strange wind. Up the toy blocks Nala's way, and she can't move by herself. Perhaps the elderly maid can offer advice or even timely assistance. Your voice is familiar, like an echo from a long-lost memory. That's not important right now, child. Focus on moving that obstacle in your path. It is the manifestation of your fears. Can you help me? I can calm your mind, but you must be the one to overcome it. Only then it will temporarily lose its form. And avoid pursuers at all costs. If they catch a glimpse of you, they'll chase you mercilessly. With pursuers hot on your hard tail, Nala must be even more cautious in her movements. Luckily, they are not as fast as Nala. I guess we're here. I'm not sure. I can't really move, can I? Alright, so... Can I go here? Let's see. No. You. Let's go with this. The slower beasts fall right into these traps. You, on the other hand, seem to have been more cunning than they are. I'm not the naive prey you imagine, ripe for your slaughter. It doesn't matter what you think, there's still a hefty bounty on your head. Either give up or try to outrun my bullets. Pick one. I choose neither. Alright, we've escaped. And of course, I will take a break. Okay, now that my break is over, I'm going to move on to part 7 here. To blood-soaked earth. All smiles freeze. From that second on, the world begins to rewind infinitely, back to its very inception of its first breath. Anjo Nala's lifeless pupils reflect all the dead souls buried in... I can't read this fast. Alright. Lifeless pupils reflect all the dead souls buried in San Jeronimo cemetery throughout history. And in the next moment, time snaps back. She vanishes from where she stands, as if she had only been a rumor. Everyone sees a toy fall to the ground. She lies there absurdly, comically, grotesquely. A shadow suddenly darts by, snatching the toy from in front of their eyes, before disappearing into the crowd. Nala! Where did she go? What just happened? What the hell? It was a shooting! I heard the gunshot! The furious crowd is unable to contain their rage. They rush toward the nearby soldiers. What are you doing? The soldiers in the crowd shouldered their rifles in unison.
Stop there!
Stand down! Anyone moves, I'll blow their brains out! No one dares. Even the flames of the candles seem to hold still. You are all guilty of harboring a fugitive.
But...
As you allowed us to rest and heal in your quaint little town, the captain has decided to show you mercy. The soldiers, holding their guns, fall back toward a singular point, their escape route taking them toward the palm grove beyond the square. Oi, kid. The colonel's voice is hoarse as he rolls out from the crowd in his wheelchair. Put down that gun or shoot me. There is a menace in the words that shocks the soldiers, who back away cautiously, whispering among themselves.
What's wrong?
Does he have a gun?
No way.
He couldn't have a gun. Then why is he? The soldiers keep their eyes fixated on the colonel. Hand over your gun, or everyone here dies! I'm not carrying a damned gun! Then raise your hands and go back. Why?
Why?
Because I do have a gun. So what? The young soldier has no answer for the veteran. He begins to sweat, fumbling over the trigger. He takes aim. Old man, I didn't want it to come to this.
Go on.
Pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger.
Yeah, I dare you. Or else I'll. The colonel suddenly reaches into his coat, as if to pull something out. The bullet fires, but the soldier's gun is yanked upward, pointing straight to the sky. Old Quiteria, using the strength that she had delivered 267 babies, strikes quickly from behind, wrenching the soldier's gun upward. The shot startles the birds in the nearby grove, and a flock of toucans bursts out, clutting over the sunset sky. It is a signal. At once, villagers, elders, and soldiers all fall into chaotic violence.
Shoot!
You heartless bastards! I'll gut every last one of you! I will... Vulgar and unrepeatable curses fill the air as a balls spill, and the sounds of gunfire, smashing pottery, and screams erupt together. elders swing canes, pots, pans, and even their own wheelchairs, striking with aged precision at their heads. Old Quiteria pants as she chokes a soldier from behind with the ruffles of her apron. They haven't fought in years, but now they will fight as if it was their last stand. The sky is red as if an arrow had pierced the sun. Below, people flee the scene in a panic. You sons of... The one-eyed Colonel Yao Bastos, I hope I said it right, grabs an iron pot, maneuvering his rusty wheelchair with astonishing speed as he catches up with a soldier retreating into the palms and smashes his head in. Then he charges deeper into the grove. Shit. Things has gotten worse. I never intended for things to escalate like this. Shoot! Those old folks just went nuts! They're not crazy. Don't underestimate them. The Colonel's single eye catches a familiar sight. Hey! It's the Colonel! He's coming after us! Monsieur stands still, giving no reaction to the soldier. Captain? You men go ahead. Go on. I'll handle this. Vamos! He waves the wind-up toy in his hand and walks toward the Colonel. She wasn't just a caregiver, Colonel. He seems pleased with the Colonel's expression.
She's a demon.
Meanwhile, just beyond the grove, the square is filled with screams.
Whoa.
Ah! Old Quiteria swings her cane at a soldier, one she had only just patched up, hammering down on his bandaged leg. Aye!
Matahari's sister, Nalahari.
No mercy, you hear me? I will break you just the same as I healed you. Or Jorge grabs the soldier by the chair, dragging him to the fountain under the gaze of the Dragon Slayer. He holds his head underwater until he stops struggling. With the battle going on between the government and the Foundation, her bounty will be worth more than every last bean of cocoa in his entire country. Pardon me. Damn these old bastards. They're so strong. Ha! Blech. San Sebastian Square is covered in spatters and pools of blood as thick as a heavy rain. The bodies of elders and soldiers lie scattered on both sides, facing up to the dimming sky. Her furious war echoes in the sky, causing Monsieur to pause. At first, I wasn't sure. She looked familiar. I'd seen that wanted poster. Yes, who hadn't seen it? Such a beautiful face seemed almost like a fantasy. But I made sure that she was the girl on the wanted poster, so you forced her to become a criminal, huh? Bastard. Monsieur glances back at it all, as if the blood-sweat square has nothing to do with him. Do you know how I felt when I found her? Astonished. Utterly astonished. It has been 25 years, and she looks as if she hasn't aged a day. Yet she was as foolish and as evil as ever. There was a difference, though. Something broken inside her. She'd do anything to feel valued. She'd let anyone use her. But once I learned her true identity, she became wary of me. Her vigilance kept me at a distance. This mess wasn't my intention, you see, but it was beyond my control. The Colonel looks at the man, wishing now he had brought his cigarettes with him.
So you aren't a government soldier. You're just a hitman.
Yes and no. The Colonel could feel his rage. His breath was thin. This won't make your father and brother proud. Who cares? He's dead. They're both dead. They paid for their mistakes. The Colonel coughs twice, then bursts into laughter. The captain turned hitman returns the laughter. Now, let's call it a truce. What do you say? I'll take my billions and leave, while you can continue living peacefully in your little welfare home. We go on as if nothing has happened, you and all your friends can go back to living as you had before. It's like a marvelous story full of conflict, violence, and blood. But in the end, the audience sees that it's about love and peace. How grand. Think of it as a way to have a second son. I'll look after you, old man. I promise. As for me, I suppose I've always wanted the chance to make peace with my father. God damn, I'm a great storyteller, aren't I? A yellow butterfly from who knows where gently lands on the Colonel's shoulder. The Colonel smiles, feeling as if a great weight has been lifted from him, light as air.
We're the children of our homeland. In its embrace, we've shed blood, sweat, and tears.
We are betrayed by it, exploited by it, furious at it, till our deaths. But we embrace it, love it, treasuring it with bitter tears. We help it, change it, build it with their own hands. Only we can endure the tears and loneliness of this land. Guided by the stars, they paddle their canoes, drinking the sap of the rubber tree, and in every quiet night they are one with it. I didn't understand why you didn't get it before. Now I do.
You'll never be one of us.
Moasier trembles. Perhaps you're right. It is a good story. But it doesn't end well for you, you worthless dog. The Colonel pulls out a revolver from his coat, one he'd so long been reluctant to use, but now he loathes it. But the captain's young reflexes move faster, firing a shotgun blast into the Colonel's abdomen. Ooh. The crack of the gunfire sends the birds and butterflies in town careening into the air, but as the moment calms, so too does the rain. A worthless dog? Huh. Was that really the best an esteemed member of the literary society could manage? I couldn't be bothered. What? The Colonel's voice is so faint that he instinctively moves closer to listen. At my age, why waste time choosing words? The Colonel suddenly lunges, biting his ear and tearing it off in a moment of savage aggression. Ah! You! Your whole family! He raises his shotgun, racking around before firing into the Colonel's once more. Then grabs the toy and flees. The Colonel could hold on no longer, collapsing into the blood-soaked mud. Using his last bit of strength, the Colonel fires every round in his revolver. The pain is so great, he can hardly tell where he's aiming. He hopes for a miracle.
Give her back to me.
But it is in vain. Far away, he sees a piece of paper fall out of the wind-up toy's mouth.
Dear Colonel Bastos.
I'm so glad to know that you're still alive. This news is even more exciting than that of your victory at sea many years ago.
As for me, my life remains largely the same. Ocassia takes good care of me. I'm healthy and free from sickness. I'm just as you knew me, really. I love rather than hate. Fight for freedom and oppose slavery. Advocate for discussion over violence. I hope you are the same. Time won't turn us into someone else. I always believe that. In fact, every time I look back at those tumultuous years, I feel another surge of emotion. Your fight proved the supreme courage and devotion in your heart. You shed blood and sweat to protect peace, humanity, and the honor of your country. Your efforts were not in vain, and your struggle is remembered by all. Therefore, I will specifically commend you, Colonel Bastos, and your regiment. You will soon receive a government pension that will ensure your security and prosperity for the rest of your life. And a pure gold medal will be awarded to you at San Sebastian Square. Please do attend the ceremony. I believe it will be a grand event. I admit, I've grown to like the nickname. It is fitting after all.
Yours, Shorty.
Shorty. The colonel lies in the mud, reading the letter, pain searing his body in equal reaction to the cold numbness.
Silly girl.
Shorty has been dead and buried for a long time, and I can't imagine he ever would have come around to that nickname. Shit. Man. And what, this is part 7? Yeah. We're almost there. Oh, mother. $10 later, really? Okay, fire cannot turn the past to ashes, even now. Even now. Even now. Even now. The record's stuck. It just keeps repeating that last line. Stop hitting it. Doesn't matter how hard you hit the player, she isn't going to hop out and sing for you. What's the difference between her singing on the record and singing outside?
Well,
Old fool, your brain must be broken. Everyone pack up, it's time to go. A group of elders in black moves slowly toward the cemetery, with old Quitera at the front. Each bends down, pressing their heads to their backs, and places their bouquets on the grave. Old Cinder, old Jorge, old Otalia, old Dos, old Bastos. Lilies cover the freshly dug soil. The soil within awaits their song. Old Quiteria leads the singing, as the colonel always said, a short of an accordion. A good violinist and a hymn leader is never in bad taste.
huh?
Her voice is rough. Quiet. She's doing the best she can for her age. Besides, she wasn't always the singer. Oh yeah, who did it before her?
Shh.
The elder in front turns with a frown, stopping their conversation. As if stumbling over a long unspoken no man's land.
Huh?
You talking about Nala? Was her name Nala?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
They say she was here a long time ago, when this place was first built. She was found drifting down the river in a bamboo basket.
No.
I heard she had wings and flew down from the sky like an angel. Nah, those weren't angel wings. They were demon wings. I heard she was a wanted criminal. Don't you know? The bounty was in the billions. You can't even imagine.
Oh dear.
What did she do? Do you know the actress Lily Landry?
Yes.
They say Nala assassinated her and was on the run from the government before hiding here.
No way.
They found the assassin? It wasn't her. I heard she was an international spy, selling information from here to there and there to here. Quiet! Old Quiteria approaches the whispering elders. The last 10 years wore harsher on her face than any previous. What are you all talking about anyways? Quiteria, we were just talking about the previous hymn leader. Most of us left, never knew her. Yeah, you've been here the longest. You must remember. Tell us about her. Nala. Everyone nods. Yes, who was she? What was her story? It's a story. Come on, Quiteria. You must know something. Old Quiteria pauses, then sighs. She. Trying to remember isn't easy. She wades through memories that have grown thick as tropical foliage. But patience brings a reward, a memory of joy and laughter. She always knows what we need. No one pries further. Old Quiteria looks up to the sky. It is as if seeing an angel descending from above. The answers flood back to her with a rose-colored glow. Caramba, what is happening? I just bought these chickens from the market the other day, and now they're all gone? That's the third time this month.
Calm down.
Probably some mangy dog sneaking in during the night. We'll see about that. I'm going to find out just who's responsible tonight. Be careful. You don't get bitten by a weasel. Those things can swallow a whole chicken without leaving a trace. We had that weasel problem back home. I caught it in a week. There are no trouble. Then go ahead. Everyone's still waiting to try your chicken stew. God, my eyes hurt so bad. Night falls. Old Quiteria stays awake, waiting for any movement in the chicken coop. Finally, the first chicken squawk sends her rushing to the coop. Old Quiteria holds a lantern, searching the ink-black night for the source of the commotion. In the dim light, she sees a disheveled girl with a chicken's foot sticking out from her mouth. So you're the little weasel stealing our chickens. Blood drips from the girl's mouth. Quiteria couldn't tell if it's the chickens or her own. It is Anjo just hungry. The girl yanks the chicken claw out of her mouth, wincing in pain. Hey, don't do that! In a flash, the girl extends her claws, pinning Quiteria against the wall. Are you going to lock me in the cage? Oh, don't do this, child. Please don't be afraid. I'll do nothing of the sort. I just wanted to know what was happening to the chickens. The girl stares suspiciously into the Criteria's eyes. Look, I'm unarmed, and I'm old. I couldn't catch you even if I tried. Believe me, I only came to check on the chickens. In fact, until now, I thought you were only a dog. The girl releases her grip, then makes a quick retreat toward the corner, hiding the rest of the chicken in the bundle under her arms. Seeing Quiteria make no further moves, she begins devouring the chicken again. Old Quiteria slowly approaches. Hi. She reaches out, trying to touch the girl's head. The girl trembles, baring her fangs at the aged midwife. Sss! The old Quiteria stops, her hand hovering in the air. Then, as if making a decision, she continues until her hand falls on the girl's head. The girl jumps up and bites her. Ayya! Blood oozes from the wound. Ow! That hurts! But the woman squints, enduring the pain, until it begins to ease little by little as the fangs retract from her skin. The girl lets go, and Quiteria returns her hand to the girl's head once more. Eat, girl. Eat more. You look starved. The girl stares at Quiteria, then lowers her head and quickly finishes the chicken. She kneels and wipes the girl's face clean. We don't dine with our hands here. It seems you have much to learn about proper etiquette, but I can teach you, if you'll let me. Old Quiteria hands the girl the handkerchief. What do you say? Will you be our new caregiver? The girl's eyes are fixed on old Quiteria. After a long while, she sniffles. Will it be a woman inside? Aww. Now this is so wholesome here. She was willing to take the bite. The end. My love, what is the end? There's more here. There's more right here. Okay, so I believe there is like, I guess the story is already over, but what's sure about this one for stage 9 and 10? Let's find out. Alright, so this is just the labyrinth stuff, right? So, let's think. What can I do here for now? I could go here. Maybe here. Wait. What can we do here? Alright, let's just go here. guess we could go here? Mm-hmm. Start harm you, but if you continue to push me, I will not hesitate to break your neck. Let's put an end to these meaningless threats. It is simply our duty to hunt down and catch our prey. It's simply not going to do. Let's go with that. I'm just trying to live my life. Why is everyone so determined to catch me? I can't take this anymore. I want to tear them all apart. No, child. You can't give in to that animalistic urge, or you'll end up living like a wild animal. But I didn't do anything wrong. Why do I deserve to be treated this way? Some people will be afraid of you, yes, but others will understand. You and like you, they'll want to hear your singing and stay by your side. So calm yourself, child, and try to change. Try to become a new person. Okay, so we can go here, here. Alright, that's all we can do? Hold it right there, lady. This is a routine inspection. What? No, I just want to leave this place in peace. That face. You're that girl on the wanted posters. Don't move. Stay where you are. You're under arrest. No, please, go away. I don't want to go with you. And with that, I did it. Alright. Then on to the last one. The job. Alright. So we need to find some help. So I guess we can go here. Let's go with this one. Are you here to lock me up too? Put me in a cage? The St. Pavlov Foundation has issued an arrest order for succubi. I'm just following orders. But why? I haven't done anything wrong. There's no need for us to use force in this situation. I kindly ask that you comply, Miss Succubus. Yeah, just skipping a lot. Alright, we need to stay calm, child. We both know that you can do this. I feel much better because of you. Thank you. Go on, keep going and escape from this place. Who am I going? How am I gonna get out of here? No, stay back. Ugh. I told you you'd get hurt. I underestimated you, and I underestimated the power of a succubus. You are far too dangerous to be kept alive. Are you really willing to die for such stupid bounty? That is no longer about bounty. It is about duty. Alright, so where are we gonna... We need to get to this person here. Over the hair, child. Follow these directions, they'll see you to safety. Take advantage of the chaos and head south. You'll be able to lead a peaceful life there. A peaceful life? Will I be as wealthy and carefree? just as before? No. You won't be wealthy. You might even have to work. But you just might gain something you never had before. Go, child. You'll see when you get there. Wait. We're gonna go back to where we came. Well, that's a predicament. Well, that's gonna... Alright. I don't think I can do much here, so we're gonna have to... Oh, boy. We're gonna have to drive them away somewhere. Damn it. This is really not good, to be honest. I'm honestly not sure if I'm doing it right. I'm gonna get my ass caught here. Alright. This way, this way. Leave these idiots away from me. Alright. We need to go this way, this way, this way. And that way, that way. I got 8 moves left. Can't really do much about that, to be honest. Alright. We gave them a wide berth. Alright, we're giving them a wide berth. Damn it! Alright. Oh my god, alright. What? No, come on, damn it. How? How? How am I supposed to get through here? Wait. Alright, we're gonna go this way. Stop right there. I won't let you escape that easily. You're making a mistake. Even if you catch me, no one's going to pay you a reward. Don't lump me with those lowly bounty hunters. This is my official duty. Stop resisting and surrender immediately. Alright, we're going this way. Okay. How am I going to get through? Damn. There we go. And thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. That was so freaking difficult. Alright, we made it. We freaking made it. Beautiful. Beautiful, infinite. Beautiful, infinite, expansive, converging. Leaping, modeled, piercing, striking to the bone. Mine, yours. The future's empty. Empty? So freaking much of empties. Whoa! Well, gulp. Go thump, 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 thump. Dang. I feel so sorry for Anjo Nala here. Like, she's so sweet, despite her being what she is. Anyway, that is pretty much the end of the Overcast October. Now we know that what she's been through. And I guess anyone that knows that what she is would probably do everything they can to capture her because of her abilities and her prowess. And if she dies, she'll turn into a toy. If she is bounded, or somewhat bounded, making her trapped. And whoever has the toy would command her, and she's forced to obey. And I think in that during that time, I believe that I think chapter 8 is about her being free, her making her own decisions, no matter what. And everyone will assume that whoever's her best friend, whoever she's friends with, is automatically mind controlled because she is a succubus, and she is a singer. Old memories, not what. Anyway, I do like the story a bit. I do like it. It went from peaceful, wholesome to extremely chaotic just because they found out what she is. And the gameplay, though, I liked the puzzle element into this one, but it confused the heck out of me once I tried to figure out the pathway to avoid the pursuer, to avoid getting stuck in the mist, and that's it. So probably in the next video, I will be going into the rainforest, which is Lepechka. I forgot what her name is, Lepechka or I don't remember, but the Garia. Right. So just want to say thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed bearing with me going through all this, because this is going to be most likely a 2-hour video. So I tried doing the full story, the full game walkthrough. Maybe I'll skip a few parts that takes longer. Maybe or may not. I'm not sure. But hey, if you enjoyed it, I'm just happy that you guys enjoyed watching it, despite my fumble with the puzzle limit. So yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please give this video a like or dislike. Any comments would be helpful. And if you're new to the channel, if you enjoyed my commentary, my gameplay, my occasional casual walkthroughs, maybe my content in general, narrations, maybe, you can help me by supporting this channel by clicking that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated, and I just really appreciate it. And of course, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the new video. So peace out. Have an awesome day.